right back at me. I felt a sudden urge, I had to pee, and in the bathroom besides the burning feeling in my dick, I also was lost.
Good morning! It's November the 4th, 2021. We went to Jake's Bounty. Hey, I'm in the garage. Let's do it. Can you see the lights? I'm Christmassy at Jake's Bounty.
Welcome to Kingsburg, yeah, you must have been on meth, and I know this fat bitch has got you out of breath. Welcome to Kingsburg, yes. Walk downtown with my fat cow. There was no one else around. They had stores that I'd never seen before. 20 antique stores, 20 churches, just one black family.
All right, thank you very much, tuning to Jake's Bounty. I'm your host, Jake Hernandez. That's right, it is a Thursday. Almost forgot what day it is. Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Something back from my past. We'll go down jaunt memory lane. And also want to go ahead and let you know about the sponsors today. We've got Just CBD, and there's not that many of these left. I've been having more and more each day. There's 4 gone. So now I'm going to put these and this for just $10.99 at Jake's Bounty right there. Also, we've got Creative Thinking Journal over here at Jake's Bounty. From Pilgrim Soul, established 2020. We got the great games, puzzles, trivia in here. We'll go through it later if I haven't already done it all. That's also at Jake's Bounty, now just $5.99. All right. Here we go with some news. Grant given to minority-owned small valley businesses for economic recovery. $3.25 million, to be exact, are going to go to 5 Central Valley organizations that will provide minority-owned businesses, owners to keep businesses growing, investing in 2,500 small businesses. So just minorities. You white people, well, you're fucked. Suspect for possible assault barricaded an apartment in Central Fresno. Started out with a man with a gun in a car. He was at Citywide Market in Dakota Wednesday afternoon. Shot spotter minutes later east at Sussex Way. Matching car from earlier incident. 15-year-old boy was able to get out. So I guess the guy's still barricaded in his house as far as we know, or his apartment, excuse me. More on that when we have it. Fresno police arrest man accused of series of sexual assaults. I almost said furious sexual assaults, but a series of sexual assaults. Joseph Kalech, age 39, his first sexual assault was at First and Chevron and Butler and Chestnut. I might have mentioned that yesterday. His next one was at California and Chestnut, and then finally at Maple in California. He was spotted at a park near Lane and Winery Avenue. He had been charged back in 2020 for an incident including indecent exposure. What do they call decent exposure, by the way? Anyway, he's being held on bail for $200,000. All right. Man crashes into gate of Fresno Police Department building while trying to drive off. Started yesterday, 8 p.m., North Fruit Avenue. Let's see, it was a restraining order that a man had been violating. A man by the name of Gerald Williams. He ended up careening into the gate when he was pulling out on San Jose Street, Northwest Policing District. Also, he hit cars and another part of the gate before he stopped in the median. So he was all fucked up. Students call on Fresno Pacific to reverse decision rejecting LGBTQ Pride Club. They had formed the club off campus with a Mennonite church. So what's the big deal? Students are disappointed. And we'll get into more of that and whether or not it will be changed. All right, I'm sure it's going to be big controversial brouhaha. Let's go ahead right now and tell you about Van Damme in Hell. That's right, Van Damme in Hell. You can go ahead and get it right now. Ray's video just wanted on a 7-day rental. All right, listen to the special features on this. Widescreen, featurette, scene selections, En Habla Espanol, version double in France, version double in France trailer. So, why are you still sitting at home not getting this? It's $1 7-day rent over here. That's in hell, all right? It's Van Damme. You know it's damn good. All right, well, yesterday I wanted to show you a Grand Funk album that Terry Knight had to do with, and I forgot. So here it is today, the Grand Funk album with Terry Knight, who is also from Terry Knight and the Pack. And this is what he had to say about this album. I don't think I'll ever forget those expressions as they wiped the sweat from their eyes in disbelief and watched the giant sea of faces more than 180,000 strong rise in unison, roar a thunder of approval so loud that to this day I still talk about hearing down on Peachtree Street, a full 10 miles from the site. And I'll remember the look in their eyes when the hush fell over the crowd as Mark asked for quiet and room for the young mother to give birth for a child on the blanket of the babies near the front row. The next day they saw their reviews in print, all damning critical prophecies that decreed along with new life that holy day in Atlanta had somehow come. What surely proved to be the most grotesque of all rock's children. 2 infants had been born that day, they wrote, and one was named Grand Funk Railroad. The press gave odds that neither would survive the catastrophe. This album is joyfully dedicated to King, their brother, from Mark, Don, and Mel, Terry Knight, producer. Okay, so he also did the art concept for the cover, so that's pretty cool, right? All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about Throwback Thursday. What am I going to talk about? Cocaine use. Why? Because it just came to me. I've been off cocaine now for a little more than 3 years, and that's when I last used it anyway. And before that, I had been using cocaine about 10 years ago before that, and that was on and off. I used like maybe 3 months here, 6 months there, a year, and then I'd stop and then start again. So it was really up and down for me. And I know you guys are thinking like, are you sure about this, Jake? Because you don't look like you do coke, you look like you do more meth. That comes later, all right? But I'm clean now, and the last time I did get high is this time I want to tell you about right now. So I was actually at a bar. Turn that off. I was at a bar. You ever see those movies where they have a bar and they actually do a line of coke on the bar and shit? No joke. This bar actually exists in Visalia, California. We were able to get cocaine actually at the bar. Well, someone knew where to get cocaine, and so they were able to get back to their house or wherever they go to get cocaine and then come back to us at the bar. We divvied it up there. We do a few lines, and I'm just like, ooh, paranoid. I'm like shaking, thinking everybody knows I'm on cocaine. Probably because they did, because I did it right in front of them and everything. But we went to another bar, and as we were waiting outside and to get into the bar, my legs began to just shake like this. And I'm already bad because I have seizures and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do some cocaine and shit with it. And so I'm thinking, oh man, they're gonna know, they're gonna throw me out, they're gonna put me in jail. And I'm shaking. I give them the $3 to get in to see the band. And immediately I go right to the bathroom, and I'm like, okay, come on. Splash some water in my face. I'm like, you can do this, Jake. All you gotta do is sit down, have a few drinks. You don't have to dance. You don't have to participate in these social conversations. Just have a drink, maybe water. It doesn't have to be alcohol. Okay, it wasn't gonna be alcohol. Anyway, I couldn't do it. My legs started just like chattering back and forth. And as soon as I got out of the restroom, I made a dart to the outside, and I texted my friend who I did the coke with, and I was like, I can't do this, man. And we went to Jack in the Box after that and had some food and smoked some pot and just chilled out. And it took about like an hour and a half before I was like, totally chill, and my legs weren't still up and down. And buddy's like, you want to go and do anything else? And I was like, I don't know, I feel like we should, because I don't want it to wear off, but, you saw how it wasn't the last thing. And he's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do some meth. So we went and had to go do some meth at somebody's house. No, we probably did. I'm not sure, but that is a story about the last time I did coke. Hope I have to never do that stuff again. I mean, you don't have to ever do it again, even though if a pretty girl comes up and says, hey, you want coke? Yeah, I guess you have to then. But that is my cocaine story. Well, just one of them anyway. And I want to go ahead and tell you about tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Funky Friday. We'll have a little bit of the news, my bounty, so much more. We'll have some music hopefully you never heard of. And also want to tell you about the sponsors. We've got Van Dam, it's in hell. It's also at Ray's Video, $1 7-day rental. We've got Creative Thinking Journal by Pilgrim Soul right here. And Just CBD gummies and joint rolling papers. Now that I've eaten 4 of these guys, hey, they're only $10.99 coming as a package. Alright, so go ahead and get that right now at Jake's Bounty. And here is Tim Pubes and the Super Laxatives with instead of the song by Mark Cohn, which was Walked Out in Memphis. This is Walked Out in Kingsburg. See you guys tomorrow. You guys be good to yourselves and be good to each other.
Bumping down the streets of the speakers, yeah. Now I don't know where I am, but goddamn, it feels pretty good. Walking in Kingsburg. Now I woke up in Kingsburg. You must have been out of mess, yeah.
Okay, Jake's Bounty was filmed at Fornicate Yourself Records Production 2021. And we say go to Jake's channel on Facebook. And as always, leave a comment and please subscribe.
Now this fat chick's husband that I fucked so much to come back to me. Don't see it. Little shithole called Kingsburg.